I'm a long time J. Cole fan. Like, back to the topic, freestyle. Like, I've been with J. Cole for a long time, but this Might Delete Later is lackluster to me and underwhelming to me because I've heard this Cole project before. But let's get off into it. Let's talk about it. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Read My Soul, and I'm back with another video for you. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody is being blessed on this Good Friday. How y'all doing, man? We got music from one of my favorite. We got Might Delete Later, an album mixtape-ish. It sounds very mixtape-ish by J. Cole.
J. Cole.
Yes.
Jermaine.
Yeah.
Cole.
Yes, Jermaine Cole. We got a new project from him, and it's decent. It's very digestible. I've been listening to it since it released last night, and for me, it's like a good 5 or 6 for J. Cole. And the reason why I feel as though, even though it's the first day, remember these takes are the first day. You know, this is like the first few hours. It might grow on me. KOD grew on me heavily. That's one of my favorite J. Cole projects. I like For Your Eyes Only. I really think For Your Eyes Only is one of J. Cole's best projects. That's just me personally. I love the off season. Me and my brother actually went to the off season tour.
First things first, how many faking they streams? Getting they play for machines. I can see by the smoke and mirrors, niggas ever as big as they seem.
We saw him in the Barclays Center with Moray, which I'm a big Moray fan.
We're just a child with a kickstand. Put it in man with a quick bang. Follow that knee with a quicksand.
Shout out to Big Pontiac, a big Moray fan, big 21 Savage fan, big J. Cole fan. I'll be honest with you, I was a little underwhelmed because I'm used to going seeing, like, I've seen Big Crit, I've seen Janae Aiko, I've seen MMG, I've seen a lot of different artists live, and I like artists when it's a more smaller venue, so I didn't really like the big venue of the Barclays. It doesn't seem to resonate with me. I like more of a small venue setting. So I'm a J. Cole fan. I've spent money with J. Cole. Dreamville, I've been a big fan since Who Dat. A lot of people don't remember when Who Dat released. J. Cole was having a hard time trying to catch a hit. You know, J. Cole's career started off very rocky. A lot of people didn't know if it would work. A lot of people were saying Jay-Z needs to help him more and all these different things. The whole I Let Nas Down song came out of the song Workout, which was more of a poppier song. It was basically J. Cole trying to catch a traditional hit. And the reason why he came up with Let Nas Down is because Nas, which represents maybe those old boom bappers that J. Cole was kind of filling that void of, wasn't impressed by Workout. So the reason why that happened was because it was hard for J. Cole to get a hit. So he was just trying anything, and Workout was very simple. One of my favorite J. Cole songs because as I've grown with J. Cole, I kind of like more, I like J. Cole to try to venture out and do more. And that's where we come back to this project today, where I felt as though I've heard this project from Cole before. I've heard Friday Night Lights, and Friday Night Lights is very similar to this. I feel as though KOD is very similar to this, where even off season was him very much rapping and like telling y'all, like, I'm the best. I'm not impressed by money. I'm not impressed by your jewels. Yes, I am the king. Yes, I get on private flights. Yes, I have enough money to do what y'all do, but this is who I am. And I feel as though this was old J. Cole. This is like old J. Cole, which is great for like the core fans. You would think that would be great, but as you grow with an artist, you want the artist to grow. Right now, my favorite song on this project may be the worst or maybe the most talked about, which is Fever. I kind of like Fever because he's trying something different. It's a different, you know, she give me that fever. More than likely, he's talking about his wife. You know, he's talking about, you know, a lady in his life, which is more likely his wife. So I like that. I like when an artist grows. And then my favorite song is Stealth Mode. I think Boss and J. Cole have very great chemistry together, and I feel as though vibey J. Cole to me is better than rappity rap J. Cole. For the long-time listeners, we know J. Cole can rap. Like, I'm a J. Cole fan. I have Born Sinner here, 10th anniversary. I remember buying Born Sinner Yeezus and watching movies with the sound off. I remember, you know, saying that Yeezus was the best project, but J. Cole was he was on to something. And Boyd Center has kind of like mixed reviews, but I like J. Cole. I'm a big J. Cole fan. My brother picks J. Cole, even though, like I've said in the previous videos, I was put him on to J. Cole. And my brother, out of the big three, he's gonna pick my big brother's gonna pick J. Cole out of the big three. Me, I'm kind of a Kendrick fan mostly. I'm gonna stick on the Kendrick side, but J. Cole is definitely my second. But this Might Delete Later project, it's really good. It's decent. It's decent for Cole, but it's not earth shattering. It's not groundbreaking. I feel as though Cole is in a rock between a hard place, because he's not Drake or he's not Kendrick. Actually, if we were to do like, I came up with this analogy of like, if we were comparing these two to like water animals, like sharks and fishes and whales and things like that. I think Drake is the octopus, where he can tap into multiple different bags and show you, how diverse he is, but also still be in that rap bag, also still be in that singing bag, also still be in that vibe bag, the Jamaican bag, the patois bag, the war bag, where he's doing like UK drill. Like, I feel as though he's the octopus. Kendrick is the dolphin, to where he's very smart. You may think you may think the shark is greater than him or the whale is greater than him, but dolphins run the sea. The dolphins are the smartest in the sea, and they run that thing. But you would think J. Cole is a shark, right? You would think the shark is better than the dolphin, but the dolphin uses his power almost like a human, right? So I feel as though Drake octopus, Kendrick Lamar the dolphin, and Cole is the shark. The shark is very vicious. I think out of the most potent pens, I think J. Cole maybe has the most potent pen when it comes to rapping ability. I think him and Kendrick kind of compete for that really cold pen rapping ability, to where Drake does it as like a, hey, yeah, I can do that too, to where these dudes, J. Cole and Kendrick, are really like, I can viciously bite your head off. I think that J. Cole is the shark, but the shark only has one trick. And I think that's where J. Cole suffers. At least that's my opinion as a J. Cole fan, as a longtime J. Cole fan. I think J. Cole suffers off of having immense lyrical ability, but not able to bring that into a song form. Like, I think he's always had difficulties making a song, which, as I've gotten older, I appreciate what I can't do. Like, if you go on my Instagram, you go on my social media pages, if you just know me, I like to rap. I get inspired. J. Cole, the Stealth Mode, actually inspired me this morning, and that's the song I choose to do a freestyle on. So I do music, and I feel as though my biggest problem is that I need somebody to help me when it comes to writing songs more. Like, I can write a song, but I need somebody to bounce off of. And that's why my best friend Willis Rome, we work so well together when we do music, because he's a vibey type of guy. He can change the cadence of his flow. I grew up in New York, where Cassidy, Lloyd Banks, Lil Wayne, Joel Santana, those battle rap, Murder Mook, Loaded Lux, Hollow the Dawn, Daylight. I like real punchline bars. So sometimes it's hard for me to get out and do the melody type stuff. And I feel as though that's the only thing that J. Cole suffers from. So even though I think this project is good, I really like Pricey. I'm a big fan of Young Dro, big fan of Gucci Man. Love how he used Gucci Man in it. Crocodile Tears, I really want to hear more. Crocodile Tears and Ready 24, I really want to hear more of that label talk from Cole. Like, what was it like being in Rock Nation, and how did you buy your masters back? Like, I want to hear more of that from him, which I think is growth, right? Like, hearing what he went through to start Dreamville, to get, his masters back and things like that. That's what I want to hear from J. Cole. So a lot of this is just him rapping, like him just purely just out rapping. Like, he has a song on here with Daylight and Ab Soul, which is purely rap. And of course, I haven't even got to the drill. I haven't even talked about the disses, because to me, that's not what I'm here for. I'm actually here to hear good music from J. Cole. And I think like Might Delete Later is like a B-side, or like the throwaways from the Fall Off album that's coming. And I like it. I really do like Might Delete Later. I really do like it. It's just, I've heard this from Cole before. But Crocodile Tears, Ready 24, Hunting Wabbits, I really like. HBY with Central C and Boss, really like it. I like Central C's flow. It took me a while to get on Central C's flow, but I really like that flow. He does it really well. It's gritty, it's grimy. I see why he's very popular. Then we have Fever. I like Fever. Sticks and Stones. I like Sticks and Stones. Pie with Daylight and Ab Soul. I really want to know, did Cole have this song in the tuck, or did he double back and go grab two of the better TDE members? No disrespect the reason, but I think there's a reason behind that. Either he knew what he did on First Person Shooter was going to warrant a response from Kendrick, or he doubled back and said, you know what, Kendrick, you're not even like that. Let me go grab the two label mates, your two former label mates, even though I don't think Daylight signed to TDE. He might just be affiliate, but we know that Ab Soul in Daylight, a lot of people say Absol is the better of the lyricists out of TDE, right? So I don't know if J. Cole went and double back and grabbed those two and be like, yo, they do what you do better and I can do it as well. Or he already had this in the tuck and he was already planning it. Either way, I love Daylight. I love Absol. Some of my favorite artists, even though I think Absol's Herbert last project was a little iffy. Could have definitely been better, but there is a lot of talk out there that says Absol is a better lyricist than Kendrick, and in some circles that conversation can be very entertaining. And the funny thing is, I think on Absol's Do What Thou Wilt project, the last song on there was a battle between him and Daylight, which was really amazing. Daylight, Loaded Lux, Hollow the Dawn, Murder Mook are like my top 4 favorite battle rappers. So hearing Daylight on a project is dope. Love that Cole went and did that. Wherever it come from, whether it came from, hey, I just want to grab these 2 artists because I think they're amazing, or whether it was, yo, let me go to whatever it was, I'm glad that he put Daylight and Absol on there. I'm glad that they're getting their shine. So Stealth Mode is my favorite song on the project. And then if I'm getting to the rapidy rap bag, I like 3001. I thought that was really dope. Truth in Ibiza was amazing. I love the whole concept of that. I like how he's like he's straddling the line. He got a little survivor's guilt there. Dope project. Like I said, this is a decent project. I'm a J. Cole fan, so I know the fall off is going to be better than this. I have a feeling that these were just throwaways. And then, of course, we get to 7-Minute Drill. Now, 7-Minute Drill is clearly a response to Kendrick's verse with Future on Like That. And I still got Like That as the better of the diss songs just because it's very Kendrick, like, he's juggling both coasts. Like he says, I juggle them both, right? Like I feel as though he came at 2 elite rappers and he had a number 1 song. It's a lot that goes with the Like That song. It's being played in the club. 7-Minute Drill is more of a hey bro, like, let me tell you how I really feel about you, right? And that's where it kind of sucks because it's like, dang, Cole, like you went and punched in the gut and you didn't, like, talking about his albums for me is difficult for J. Cole because J. Cole doesn't have like a definitive classic. Like I think he has a few classics personally, but in the culture, a lot of people would say 2014 Forest Hill drops, and a lot of people would say, nah, not it. We still waiting on that Cole album. And I think he knows it, which is why he's saying like the fall off is like Jay-Z dropping Reasonable Doubt last. Like imagine if Jay-Z's last album was the Reasonable Doubt. That would be crazy. And I feel as though J. Cole knows that he needs that definitive album that people can go to and say, this is why he's the best. So for me, I think that Cole, the 7-Minute Drill was okay, but talking about his albums, saying that this is that, like if we're going to go from Overly Dedicated to Section 80, right, we're going to leave those out. If we're going from Section 80, which to me the best song was J. Cole produced, so shout out to J. Cole, High Power. If we're going to go to that and we're going to start there, yo, Kendrick has one of the best discographies in the history of rap. If we're ignoring those and talking about his Good Kid, Mad City album, like being his first album, then his second album being To Pimp a Butterfly, if we're going in that order, I don't think J. Cole has a leg to stand on because J. Cole's first album, The Sideline Story, is good, but it's spotty. It's, Mr. Nice Watch is not really that good. It's spotty. And then his second one, Born Sinner, some would say it's a classic, some would say it wasn't. For me, it was a moment, so it's definitely up there as far as one of my favorite J. Cole albums. But I don't really think that this was all that. It's like a jab though, so I'm gonna respect it for that. Like I'm glad he got out and rapped, especially since he's in album mode. But this might delete later is really dope. I love the rollout to this. Are we gonna get 2 J. Cole albums in a year? I don't know. We'll have to see. I think this is definitely gonna go number 1. Yeah, man. Leave your thoughts in the comments. I think this is really good. Cameron had a really good verse on Ready 24. Central C had a really good verse. Daylight and Absol had a really good verse. Boss kind of stole the show for me with that stealth mode hook. Like I want something different from artists. Like I want something different. Like I want a trap album from Kendrick, right? Like that's the reason why I like that a lot, because it's something different. I want the artists that I love to step into a different bag, right? Like and for me, J. Cole has proven to everybody that he can rapidy rap, right? But that's not what I'm looking for from Cole. I want more of that growth. I want to hear about your experience in the industry. I love when he's talking about like them giving him the 3rd place and, he's catching up. I love that because I think J. Cole is second. I'm going to put Drake 3rd because, like I said, we got the octopus, we got the shark, we got the dolphin. The dolphin's first, then the shark, then the octopus. Some people may say, what about the killer whale? What about the beluga whale and whales? I wanted to put a whale feature in there, but I didn't want to say, like, when people think of whales, you think of something that's obtuse or obese, right? So shout out to J. Cole for giving us music. My take might change in a week or so. I think that's very important. Disclaimer: I've only listened to it maybe 2-3 times since it released. Like when I first heard "Honestly Nevermind" by Drake, I automatically knew "Text Go Green" and "Sticky." I knew "Sticky" was gonna be the #1 song off that project. I knew I could just hear it. I know when certain things are more appeasing to the ear. The rest of this I've heard before. J. Cole has to make a conscious decision whether he's gonna be a rapper conscious or he's gonna be, like J. Cole aims at like Diggy Simmons and rappers that have fake chains. Like J. Cole, up until the first person shooter, he was rapping with a bunch of weaklings. And I think Benny the Butcher had the better verse. The one time before Drake, he had a real competitor was against Benny the Butcher. And to me personally, I picked Benny the Butcher. That flow he had on there was just, it flowed more. I felt as though J. Cole was trying really hard to have a better verse to where Benny was just straight to the point, and it's kind of like, I feel like that with like the control verse, right? The control verse, I think Jay Electronica had the better rap verse. Same thing with God did. I think that Wayne had the better verse. I think Wayne was quick to the point. So to me, I don't want the shock value stuff. Like I want the vibes. I want, I don't know. I'm kind of different in what I want to hear from my favorite artist right now. J. Cole is definitely feeding the rapper in me, but the artist, he has, it's maybe the reason why he's in third place, because these other two are very amazing artists. And J. Cole's just a dope rapper. Like Crooked Smile is a great song, but it was kind of forced on the radio. No Role Models is a great song, but it's more of a radio record with no like substance to me. So like J. Cole has a hard time finding that mix. I think he has to make a very conscious decision, right, of what he wants to do. So like up until First Person Shooter, I don't think Lil Yachty was a competitor. I don't think 21 is a competitor, right? So the one time he got into a competition with a good rapper, I think he lost. So for me, I think J. Cole is a really good rapper, but he needs to get into another bag. But that's it for me. Let me know how you feel about this. Let me know your favorite tracks. Shout out to J. Cole for releasing a dope project. I really appreciate this. I love rap music. I love hip hop music. Your boy's out of here, man. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be safe. Let me know how you feel about Might Delete Later by J. Cole. Shout out to J. Cole. Appreciate you, boy. Appreciate you, boy. Appreciate you, boy. I'm not here for the diss, but the diss was okay. I'm glad he competed. It's just he chose the wrong angle with a person that he labeled to be in the big three, right? Yeah, J. Cole, you got to come better than talking about his albums, because his discography is crazy. Good Kid, Mad City is crazy. Good Kid, Mad City. The other one, I love all his projects. So, Cole, I appreciate the try, but I'm out of here, man. Y'all be safe. Y'all be blessed. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell to be notified whenever I release a video. And I'm out of here, man. Hip hop is back. Peace.